Hello everyone, I'm live. I did not expect to be on so quickly. This is going to be awesome, hopefully. I just need to quickly check my controls here, because we're doing something special today. Really special. Just let me, check my mouse and control keyboard here. It could be behind it. WASD, move, yep. Crouch, fire, zoom in can be, what, middle mouse? Melee can be F. Wait, what? No, just set for... Grenade can be G. Change weapon can be tab. I'm literally doing all the stuff from, like, we got F1 there? Whatever. This is gonna be stuff from, like, the other Halo games. This is, like, Halo 1 original PC settings, I think. It won't even let me have that. Ah, that sucks. Just let me quickly... Is it tab that it won't let me have? And that's for change weapon. Q? Q was flashlight in Halo 1 on PC. Just trying to figure out... Let's just... Restore defaults here for all of this. Screw it. We'll just go from there. So, what's special about today is that we get to actually finally play the fabled E3 2003 demo for Halo 2. And for those who don't know why this is so significant, this build has never been available before. It's been stuck on a old dusty Xbox, and this was literally the build that was entirely scripted for E3 2003. This ended up being inspiration for Halo ODST, and there are a couple of assets from the early build still in Halo 2, but they're only like scenery. But yeah, we get to go through the scripted run of Halo 2's demo now, and I get to see what it's like remade in Halo 2 instead of like Halo CE or anything else. Ooh. It's a composite reconstruction, blah blah blah. Plus, I don't even know the waypoint thing there. This is gonna be real interesting.
Stow it, son! These folks didn't wait in line to hear your lips flippity flap. Knuckle up and get ready to dance, you pasty bastard!
Oh, they've even got the actual demo stuff?
About to see is an operation in progress. This is a real-time feed. No smoke and mirrors pre-recorded bullshit. Elements of the Covenant fleet have made landfall and occupied one of our cities. We'll link up with our forces in theater, engage the enemy, and boot their sorry behinds back into the stratosphere. Yo, demo biatch! You got anything? Didn't think so. Kill the lights!
It's going to be interesting seeing what this looks like, because Halo 2 is notorious for being flat. So, I'm hoping... They said that they'd faked the stencil shadows. I've always wondered what the difference between New Mombasa was, like, this version and the other one. That's so cool to see that now.
Who was first contact?
I don't know whether the audio is good. You'll have to tell me.
But don't expect a big welcome. Covenant wiped most of them out before they hit the ground.
This actually looks pretty close to the original that I remember from E3.
Immediate. Grid Kilo 23 is hot. Recommend mission abort.
Roger, Recon.
Audio is pretty low.
It's your
Right.
call, Sarge.
We're going in.
Get tactical, Marines!
Covenant ground forces own this city. We'll need to deal with them before we...
Right, I'll bring up the audio in a sec. Dude, this looks so good. And I just realized there's a black bar at the top and bottom of the screen. What the heck? Is that it? Oh my god.
Pile out! Go, go, go!
Oh my god. Right, so this is going to allow me to mess around with the settings, obviously. So we'll turn the audio up slightly. Game value is going to be like 70, roughly. And we'll go from there. Oh, and I also need to quickly make sure that everything on screen is fine. So, these are all assets from E3. This entire thing is from E3. We shouldn't technically be playing this, but oh my god, it's amazing. And I wonder whether I can... This is going to be really stupid because my mouse... Ah, there we go. My mouse and keyboard controls were basically like messing me up. So I'm hoping that my my controller here will stay connected because it's had problems recently. So yeah, we actually get to see all the way around this now and actually see what this area would have been like. These buildings are actually a lot different to anything we see in Halo 2 standard. The idea being that this is supposed to be like the high-tech side of New Mombasa compared to where we land, which is in the outskirts, where it's all very very sort of like the ghetto and stuff. I want to see what's actually over here, because we always, in the other demos, Chief always gets out of the Pelican and then runs around here, and it's very scripted. I just want to see what happens when we go, like, round here. City center. Okay, that's cool. No enemies over here at the moment, for obvious reasons. We get the zoom in. The battle rifle that has a counter on it normally doesn't have the counter on it in the early build, and it should have. Yeah, it's a single shot and then single shot zoomed in as well. We did not have the 3-shot burst on this one, which is really interesting. I love all these effects and everything. It looks really good. What Halo is this? This is the Halo 2 early build. It's just been released by the dig site team. So if you've seen the dig site for Halo 1, this is the dig site for Halo 2. Oh my god. I love all these extra roads that make, like, no sense. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this. Yeah, if you're not familiar with this, this is literally the E3 2003 build. This is the first thing that they ever really showed off of Halo 2. And, it's just been released. I've been waiting for this build, literally, for, like, 20 years to drop, for actually be able to play it, or have some sort of, like, close-up of it, so it's pretty nice around about now. Normally, those guys in the earlier videos, I swear, were making their way more up towards the Pelican drop-off there to try and get picked up, but...
Come on, stay with me, Marine.
But yeah, normally, we got all this stuff going on.
No tags. Hang 2 units, Oneg, and he needs an airway.
Normally, we got all this stuff going on, and you can hear stuff in the demo going on around you, but we don't actually get to see that. It only starts happening when we go into the distance.
The lieutenant got hit as soon as we dropped in.
Who's in charge now, Corporal?
Sergeant Banks, ma'am. He's pinned down up front. Come on, I'll show you.
I love how this actually it looks so much better than standard Halo 2 at the moment. That's the funny thing. It's like, apparently the dig site team did something to mess around with it so it would look a lot better and closer to the actual demo. The original demo for Halo 2 was meant to have stencil shadows in, which were meant to make everything look a lot more 3D. So this is looking real nice.
No, behind that ST. Yeah. 3 more, coming left. I'm running low, man.
I love the way they're aiming at nothing, basically. This is only because they're meant to be shooting at something. I can imagine somebody modding that so they're actually aiming at something. Because these files are available for you to just mod now. I love the way you can tell the lighting's kind of messed up because the ODSTs don't get lit up properly. They're all the Marine.
Yeah? Is it clear? You tell me. Friendly's moving out, covering fire.
I actually don't remember the ODSTs on that doorway, though. It's interesting. He's shooting at nothing, seemingly. This is where we got the Covenant plasma turret here. The large plasma turret. Let's shoot in the building. We actually get to have a good laugh and shoot up some grunts. If we move over here, there should be some jackals. Yep, there's some jackals down here. Or the remainder of a jackal. Oh!
When I asked for reinforcements, I didn't think they'd send a Spartan. We gotta take that thing out. Cover me!
Hey, John. Nice to see you.
Tech HQ, this is Sergeant Banks. I've got hostile artillery 200 meters northeast of my position. Bring smoke, over.
Oh. I think for this bit we have to clear the area so that we can get the bombers to come in. This is actually really, really cool being able to play this now.
HQ, is anybody on this freak?
Sergeant, this is Major Easley. Hang tight, we're inbound.
Here we go. Here's where the longswords come over and bomb the turret. Taking that out completely. That looks so good.
Verify delivery of ordnance on target.
Dead on, Major. Target neutralized. Take my weapon. You'll need it.
Oh, I see. He's just gone up and looked at the wrong position. This is an interesting thing as well. People did this in Halo 1 in the custom edition to fake weapons, but actually this is just... It isn't dual wielding. They were showing it off but at the demo for E3, but they were actually faking dual wielding. It's a similar weapon to the battle rifle, but the way that it works is that one of these is your actual normal trigger, and the other one, I think, is the grenade throw button that you can use. It's weird to describe this, just like a very basic way of describing it, but it wasn't like two individual weapons that you can pick up that have completely separate ammo things. It was essentially just like the battle rifle, but it was a little trick to make people think that dual wielding was a thing. I want to see if there's anything over there. Nope. Is this playable now? Yes, it is. This is playable now. You can get it on the workshop. The dig site team just released it. Like, everybody and the mom has basically been waiting for it today. Do we have the... Oh, we have the triple melee as well. This is an interesting one. We had a show off in the demo of the triple melee, which was a different combo. That's cool. Typical day of breaking the game. I can't help it. All these were already in Halo 2 Standard, but they were actually hidden away. There was like, I think 1 or 2 of them in New Mombasa as you go through. Because you do go through into a much more technical or technologically looking area. But there's nothing like this in it that looks like it's straight out of Halo ODST, and I can distinctly imagine people like modding this into ODST now to make it use ODST assets and graphics. That'd be nuts. So let's see what they do in the E3 demo. They go through here and we use the... You can tell it's fake there. I'm using one trigger and it's firing both of them at the same time, and when I try the other trigger it's doing the same thing, so it's literally tricking you into thinking that it's a proper weapon when it's... I mean, to pick up weapons when it's not. We go through the fire here. We got these ODSTs stacking up on the doorway, pretty much like the behind-the-scenes DVD where it shows all of Bungie basically researching squad-based maneuvers like that, but they never actually properly used them in-game, which kind of sucked. I love those lighting effects, though. They look cool. I love the downed buildings and everything. Just that looks really neat. Like, throwing a couple more enemies in here would be really good. I might see if I can mod that myself. Like, throwing a couple of enemies in to make it more realistic and less just, like, abandoned. Oh, yeah, here's where we get on the hog. Oh, wow, it literally magnetized us into the hog there. So now, this is the first... show of the Gauze Hog as well, with the AI driving us around. I love how this looks, seriously. Oh. Get rid of the gun of that. It's funny because I remember all of these assets were remade in Halo Custom Edition, like not long after this this demo was first shown off. Like 2003, this was shown off. In 2004 and early 2005, we had the Gauze Hog recreated by fans. It was nuts. So this is all scripted round here at the moment. So if we get off, we'll probably break everything. Because we're actually back at the beginning now. It's kind of a small area when you think about it, but the way that they play it, it looks like a massive one because you just loop around on it itself. as a phantom, which I think is slightly different than the end game.
Brutes!
I think one of the brutes is going to... Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's do what they do in the actual proper demo with the triple melee this brute. There we go. And then we jump on a ghost, which somebody in the audience says is a cruiser. Really weird. We do that in a moment after we take out these brutes, which have brute shots, which are slightly different. I just realized they go down super quick at the moment. It's like 2 hits and Chief just kills him.
Ghosts, to your right.
Oh, here we go. Is it X or...
Wait for it.
Oh, he did that, not me. Interesting.
The Marines won't stand a chance if those phantoms double back. See if you can draw them off.
Okay, so let's try and kill these. This is pretty much heavily scripted. Like, I didn't realize it was this bad. Like, if we stop here now, the way that this works is we have to go round again. We've kind of broken this at the moment. This is looking crazy. I just love the extra buildings and stuff like that. I never thought I'd be playing this. If I remember rightly, we go this way and then... Ah, here we go. There's the highway. And then that's the end of the demo. But I love the look of this. It's so different to anything else. Hey, Classic! Like, the look of New Mombasa in the background is so crazy, especially when you compare it to what we actually got. Like, if they'd have actually fleshed this out and made it, like, a better demo, then... Wasn't there supposed to be an objective to tell you where to go? I turned that off.
Chief, hang on.
I want to know what they did to the lighting effects to get it to look this good, because no joke, this looks practically like almost like the original demo. Now we get surrounded by elites from the carrier above.
Where's the cruiser? Now, all we need to do is...
Like, all we need in this, really, to make it seem a little bit more plausible as a scenario is just a load more grunts and jackals, really. So that the Marines look like they're actually shooting stuff. Raw. And then they all light up their energy swords. And then Cortana says a line.
Bet you can't stick it.
You're on.
And then it ends. Oh, it's so good. I want to have a laugh and see if there's anything we can actually do, like looking around to actually poke around and break it. Here we go. Here's the early cast. Oh, a music remix there? That's new music that I don't think I've heard before. Oh my god, Conscar's worked on this. And Killzone as well? Interesting. There's Cornman. A lot of these people I've known from like early Halo modding days. Dig site testers. Oh, General Kidd was in on this as well. Interesting. Special thanks to Marcus Lado. Oh, they reached out to Marcus and Max. Interesting. The good old days, indeed. Like, no joke, a lot of these people... Oh, there we go. Sunset for Closure by... Ooh. No wonder I haven't heard that music. But, oh, we got a checkpoint here so we can do it again if we want. How quickly does that Pelican take off? Because I swear the Marines were meant to, like, come up here and chill out. Unless this is as the cutscene is playing. That's weird. It's it's letterboxed all the way through, and nothing's quite working right. And this must be like an extra section because they've given me all the stuff like the warthog. Oh crap! So yeah, no, Conscars, Killer, and Korn all did like different various levels and different things for Halo CE between the end of 2004, 2005, and 2010, I believe. I used to remember they posted a lot on Gearbox forums back in the day, and then it was the HaloMods.com as well. That was a good thing. Let's go see what New Mombasa looks like in the Hog. In fact, we'll use the other Hog because I think the Marines might get in it. I think. But yeah, Korn made a load of. I love the way they got in that one. Korn made a load of like different programs to allow people to do lots of interesting things, like ripping tags and other things, if I remember rightly. Also like third-person cameras and stuff like that. But it was all like DLL injection stuff. Killer was just good at modding. Conscars, I believe, ripped a load of stuff out of Halo 2 originally. With, like, different tools that were made. So I'm not surprised there's, like, a bunch of people that are good at either ripping or having, like, third-party applications and DLL injection. You know, working on this. It makes sense. It's like, if you were good at ripping stuff before, in, like, pre-Halo Reach days, then yeah, you got on this team, basically. And if you were still active in the Halo community, that's what it seems to be. If you're, like, the best of the best, basically, at doing stuff, then... I remember the posters here for the Hog. That actually got released in real life. There was a yellow one and a gold one, I believe, that got released to go alongside the really old Halo 2 figure line, of which I have, like, one figure of. And then I have, like, I think one classic Halo 1 Chief as well. And, yeah, that was crazy. The gold one, I believe, is, like, ridiculously rare now and costs a lot. This is just nuts. Like, how much is in this demo area? Because we went around here before, but we were chasing the Shadows, the Covenant carriers, well, troop carriers that go under there. This actually got remade by, I think it was Zarain or something, or someone for Halo CE, but it was like, basically, how much can you recreate while looking at the demo area in, like, very grainy videos back in, like, I think Zarain made it in, like, 2000, I'm gonna guess between 2007 2009? And it didn't look like this. It had like a sunset style backdrop to it. There's that building on part of the highway that gets dropped there. That's interesting. I think they also use this as a test demo for the tech, because if you notice, some of these areas look familiar if you've seen the behind the scenes for Halo 2 enough. Especially under there, it just looks... It reminds me of the specific shot from the Halo 2 behind the scenes where they're showing off the tech and they're showing, like, the brutes moving next to a hog. And they're shooting at them with SMGs, I think. Wouldn't be surprised if this actually was just a test demo for Halo 2 in particular, because I know it was... The actual story behind it... Sorry. My voice is going here a little bit. The reason why this is so legendary is because the actual team for Halo 2, the way that they developed it, they wanted to go all in with the graphics, so they wanted to make it look the best it could, and this demo was made, like, not exactly early on in Halo 2's development, specifically for E3 to show off all the new tech, and they put everything into making it, and then actually found that after E3 that it didn't fit any of the other parts of Halo 2, and that essentially it was an entire waste of time. They poured all this tech into it, and they couldn't even run it on an Xbox without it running, like, really, really badly. So it was just like, yeah, this is an entire waste of time. We can't get anything back from this. We now need to develop an entire game and its multiplayer in, I think it was 8 to 10 months. And it has to be a AAA game. It was nuts. That's why a lot of, like, the rest of the story for Halo 2 is a lot of the team basically crunched at the office non-stop. Like, basically not going out of the office and just, like, eating pizza all the time and sleeping under the desks. And it was like that for 8 months until they got the game done. And then after that, a lot of people left Bungie, primarily because they were just sick of the crunch, because they'd already had Halo 1 crunch as well. It was nuts. Like, Halo 1 through 3 was all crunch by the sounds of it, from, like, individual interviews that you can get with, like, Marty O'Donnell. Because Marty's come out a lot over the past couple of years and basically said, like, what the behind the scenes really were, according to him and a couple of other people, compared to, some of the other stories you get, especially because Bungie keeps trying to silence Marty. Bungie, like, Marty, you can't keep saying all this stuff, we're going to silence you. Because even though you were a major shareholder, you're not anymore. You know. For anyone who isn't familiar, because I just talk as if people are already fans and know this, Marty was the actual guy that made all the music for Halo, and was a major shareholder and also an oldie at Bungie, basically one of the founding members of Bungie. I'm just checking out these other areas. It sounds like there should be a lot more going on fighting-wise. This really needs, like, some more AI in it. It's crazy what time they had to finish the game, and it takes an average of 2 to 5 years. Yeah. Like, it was nuts. Like, the thing that got me interested in game development, the reason why I'm covering this, is primarily because this was the one demo that got me interested in video game development, and then, like, the behind the scenes of Halo 2 cemented it, primarily because of how hard you saw them working, even though it wasn't healthy and it wasn't good at the end of the day. The impression I got was just, you do a lot of hard work, you get rewarded by having a good launch. You know, and we never knew the behind the scenes until Marty revealed it. And then you had, like, multiple people coming out and being like, yeah, so anyway, crunch basically killed the studio, and by the time we were on Halo 3, it was just really bad. This also looks like another area where, if we go outside the map, we can explore and see, like, some of the stuff that is kind of familiar. This looks more like the area where they test the Brute. That is crazy. Like, it's interesting just seeing these extra areas and seeing what isn't in them. I know there'll be, like, people that are like, whoa, there's all this background stuff. I don't expect much off the beaten path with me being familiar with this kind of thing anyway. But, it's interesting just to kind of have a poke around and see what was and wasn't there, because obviously they're trying to hide a lot for this demo to make it look more expansive than it actually was. I actually did. This is pretty nuts. I love the way the backdrop gets, like, super close here because of the way that it's done. But I like the setup for New Mombasa there that would only be explored really in ODST later on, where we get that kind of looking setup. Not exactly the same, but kind of similar. We've got all this lightning going on that looks cool. Ooh. Be cool, actually, seeing this in, like, ODST with that background and everything, and then try and set it up so, like, ODST has a lightning storm going on and its weather effects. That'd be pretty cool. What is... the amount of strange, like, areas around here that are just really weird. Like, all these ramps and everything that I don't even think they knew what they were doing. Especially, like, these bridges that just go off into nowhere. Is this a bottomless pit? I'm waiting for my first bottomless pit. Ooh, yep, there we go. There's a bottomless pit. Oh, it's not a bottomless pit. It's the bottom of the skybox. Okay, so if I just jump out there, will I die? No. Be interesting to try and plug this level into Halo 2's campaign, maybe after the outskirts or something. Be interesting to see if that actually was doable. Is that the edge? Oh, okay, so here's a question then. Where's the edge of the skybox? What happens with Halo levels? Or it used to happen. I don't know whether it's going to happen with this demo level. But normally everything is welded into a cube, which is the skybox. Normally you can't go out of it. Yeah, there's the edge of the skybox. So we're welded in there. I'm wondering whether this is 2 BSPs or just one. Normally, for bigger levels on Halo, they separate everything via loading zones and have it be a BSP file. What it does is, it says like A10 for like Halo 1 is the first part of one level, but then you'll get like A10 part 2, which loads in after you do like the first major couple of encounters, and it loads in the entire interior of the ring and stuff, just to kind of save on what it has to load and render and things, because I think Halo 1's limit for per level was something like 10,000 polygons. At least it was when we were learning how to mod stuff. It was like everyone was told 10,000 polys was the limit. Let's try and see if I can kill myself here so I can get back to the beginning. If you can even kill yourself. No, you can't. Let's save and quit and go back in. But yeah, it's interesting how they've done this. So it's just like quick start, normal, blah. Oh. I love all the extra like details. This city-side hostiles proceed a Covenant invasion. Plus flashlight during mission to navigate. I love the picture of what I think is supposed to be Johnson kicking the grunt there. So good. Intended to be played as a rehearsed demonstration. Do not account for deviation. Scripted gameplay sequences. Your experience may vary. Yep. 10,000. We've come a long way. While Unreal Engine 5 uses up to 5 million polys on screen. Yeah, it's crazy how different modding was for Halo 1. Like, we got, no joke, there was documentation that went around it for, I love the way Johnson's like, stow it, son! The internal documentation that went around for modding Halo 1 was basically like, look, you can only have 10,000 polygons in a level. It was really weird.
Who was first contact?
405th out of Diego Garcia.
I love how this looks. I'm going to let this play out again just for a moment because of how good it looks. Like, sure, the character models still look a bit funky. I imagine somebody might actually try and do this with the, you know, the anniversary assets, because I don't think it plays in anniversary graphics. It's just what it considers to be classic graphics, which are actually better than the base Halo 2 graphics, or at least it looks like it. I swear it'll be a lot to do with, like, shaders and stuff. Because Halo 2 was really the first time they tried messing around a lot with not just stencil shadows, but, like, bump maps. There's, like, bump maps and other things too. Well, bump maps and normal maps to make everything really look 3D without going too crazy with the polygon count. I also like the fact that they don't have crazy pop-in like they do on Halo 2, where sometimes the textures just take a while to load in certain areas.
Sir, Corporal Perez, A Company, CP's this way.
Oh, there's the guys going up the hill. But then they get stuck at the top? Yeah, we don't actually see them. Like, normally the demo works is that you go down here and you don't see where they go. It'd be cool to actually have them go up there and then have another Pelican come and pick them up. Or have another Pelican drop off eventually to pick them up because of all these wounded that are clearly waiting for evac near the pad. And instead, our Pelican just drops us off and then flies off.
Come on. Stay with me, Marine.
No tags.
Hang 2 units, own egg, and he needs an airway.
These tunnels, the medical tunnels, or tents, they wouldn't really be used in the actual campaign. I think they were in one of the DLC maps, but they weren't actually seen in the proper campaign. And then I think they were brought back in I could be wrong, but I think we might have seen them a little bit in ODST. God, it's reminding me so much of ODST right now, which I suppose is a good thing. That we actually got something that looked like this eventually that was playable.
He's pinned down up front. Come on, I'll show you.
But yeah, the idea was that all the stencils, shadows, and lighting in Halo 2 originally, before it got axed, and they just did like the flat lighting and stuff, that was all meant to make everything look like super realistic. This is what I mean, like here now, if they'd have had groups of grunts and jackals around here, it wouldn't have looked too bad for the demo. But instead, these guys are just shooting at nothing. It's like, that would be one way to fix that bit.
Is it clear?
You tell me.
Friendly's moving out, covering fire.
Then we got this bit. Where while they're still firing at like grunts and jackals over here that are coming out over there, we've got the cannon firing. That guy should be shooting at jackals on top there, really. That'd be cool if we had a couple of, like, jackals with carbines or something. Shooting over here. Or, like, skirmishers, whatever. I know skirmishers weren't a thing at this point, but just to actually fix up little bits about, you know, like, what's wrong with it and what could be better just to make it feel a little bit more natural and less clunky. I forgot you can actually throw that there, and there's physics-based objects in here, because this was the first time they used, I think it was Havoc Physics for doing stuff like this. I love the way all the chairs and everything are like super blocky. Like this is a representation of a chair.
I asked for reinforcements. I didn't think they'd send a Spartan.
Oh. It's also the first time they give physics to cars and stuff like that properly. Because I know they give physics to everything on Halo 1, like objects such as the Covenant containers and the vehicles and the weapons. But it wasn't really anything like scenery objects outside of the Covenant container. The Marine called in the Covenant cannon the bomber's bomber. Yes. He calls it in and then the bombers, the longswords come in a moment and bomb it. Meanwhile, that's shooting all over the place. We can only assume that if this area was expanded, that would be shooting at like tanks or whatever on the bridge. That'd be actually cool.
Damn it, HQ, is anybody on this break?
Sergeant, this is Major Easley.
Major Easley's about to come in with his long swords and bomb the crap out of this.
Verify delivery of ordnance.
There we go.
Dead on, Major. Target neutralized. Take my weapon. You'll need it.
So here we go. This is, again, these are fake SMGs. It's actually funny how this works. I really like the fact that I pretty much know how these work and how people managed to get it to work in Halo 1 after Halo 2 came out. Using similar logic. Like, these are literally the same weapon. It's like the battle rifle works in that it's just a single rifle that fires and zooms in. This is literally a single weapon that looks like two weapons, but it isn't. And then you've got like the bullets firing from what I'm assuming is one of them. But you can't... Or, actually no, it might be shooting from the actual center, but there's no traces on it, because the battle rifle... The battle rifle doesn't have traces, I don't think, or if it does, you can only just see them. But it's the famous single-shot battle rifle. Whereas the SMGs, they don't have traces. I think the reason is to try and fake it a little bit better. The SMGs as well, the stocks aren't extended on them. Oop. I wish there was more of this on Halo 2 standard. Like actual Marines, like, having a laugh and working like proper Marines or like Special Forces. That'd be so cool. I wonder what's up here. Nothing. It's kind of... Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I meant to go that way. Because it just breaks it. You're meant to go through here to trigger that. so then the hogs come in, because we got these jackals that are basically forming a Roman wall. We kind of got that. I wish we'd have got it properly, you know. Is there a grenade in this demo? There is, but it's not. It's not unlimited. Like, I think I've used them both already. It's so good. Even though literally I'm playing the same thing that I just played like 40 minutes ago, roughly. Oh. Shadow's gonna be here now. Blow that up. Destroy these jackals, or try to. Kill these ghosts. I love the way it's one shot on the ghosts. That is just nuts. That's probably just to show how the Gauze Hog works and how powerful it is.
That's one. That's two. Come on, who's for more?
Again, this is back straight through the beginning of the level. Round the landing pad. Back round where we've just been.
Hang on.
Oop. And then into the next section, which is this large open area. I might go across that bridge again in a bit. Fighting the brutes that have both jumped from the phantom up there. And then we do the combo. I love the way you can just see brutes on all of the vehicles here. That's nuts. Brutes all have brute shots, which fire grenades, but they don't really have the bounce on them. They just have like projectiles. Looks a little bit like the plasma fire from the ghosts. Forgot we have to jump on the brutes.
The Marines won't
Ghost
stand a
there.
chance if those phantoms double back. See if you can draw them off.
This ghost, it fires so quickly, but it's literally the Halo 1 ghost at this point. Like, you can tell via a bunch of the effects, but also just literally because there's no boost on it. It's just a really fast firing ghost. And then the idea is we go through here, up over here, and then onto the bridge, and that does the demo. I think you can do the jump trick with the grenade to get extract. Wait, what? I'm gonna have to have a look at that. I think I broke it. I think I broke it because normally this is the entire cutscene area, so I get to have a look around again. A lot of like open area. There's the upper section. I always wondered what was around here because there's just this upper section with all the lights on. Oh, to gain extra height. Ah, I get you. I always wondered what was around this extra section with the bridge. Famously, after this was done, there was a group that remade New Mombasa as a playable map in Halo CE, made by Nitrous Oxide. Nitro would go on to work on Halo 2 Vista on the modding side of it and get the modding tools apparently made for it, because apparently they didn't want to make them at the time, and Nitro's like, yeah, can you do us a favor, can you put modding tools in and make them kind of easier to use? But yeah, Nitro and his team made this. There was this, it was Nitro, Lightning, random Halo guy. I think there was one other person that was working in the New Mombasa Halo 2 team, or just Halo 2 PC team at the time. But yeah, what would happen was Nitro would do like all the tags and everything, Lightning would do all the textures, and I think Random did some extra like tag work and stuff. But they managed to make the multiplayer level for Halo 2, well for Halo CE that was basically New Mombasa. It wasn't exactly like this, but it was a nice creation. The only reason I remember that is because actually Lightning got really close to the textures. When I look at these now, I'm like, oh, it has got super close to how these textures look. It was essentially a long map, and at either end there was like a car park. And the idea is that it's like a multi-story, so you can go up and up and up, and there were snipers on top of it, and then either end has like a building which has the flag in it, and also has a rooftop area where you can snipe from. And then the down below area is like a garage or... Yeah, a garage that features a couple of hogs and then I think a couple of ghosts. And then there's one weapon area where you can pick up, I think it's a shotgun, a plasma rifle, and a assault rifle or a battle rifle. And the idea is you just go round the entire map just having a laugh and seeing what's in it and trying to do capture the flag on a Halo 2 inspired level. In the center there's a rocket launcher, and I think at one point there is a flamethrower as well. And there's also an invisible... Oh, there we go. I didn't kill that last brute. That was what the problem was. I didn't kill that last brute to trigger the cutscene that leads us down here. I love the way the new Master Tourist board is the thing that flips over the Phantom and makes it explode there. All cinematic-like.
Chief,
Hang on.
We just about get out of that. I love the way these brutes don't even slow down because they don't realize until it's too late, making them look really stupid. And then you just slam into the door there.
Now, all we need to...
That Covenant carrier needs to be over the entire demo level instead of just at the end during that cutscene. We needed more of that. Like, that above everything, and then have, like, maybe a couple of Banshees flying around as well would be cool. Don't have elites until this bit, and then just have, like, grunts, brutes, and jackals everywhere.
Bet you can't stick it.
You're on. So good. And a very nice time capsule to enjoy. I'm just looking at all the people I might recognize here. Oh, Marty did the Jackal voices? Halo Studios, Gearbox, Hired Gun, Certain Affinity, Ensemble. General 101, I don't know. Ludus, I don't know either. Sean T, I think I do. Again, Killzone and Conscars, I know. And Korn. Vengeful Vadam was on this? Asset restoration from Halo 2 pre-release consultation. Nice! Honestly, this is a great way to experience this, especially if you've never seen it before. Or if you're interested in Halo and have never bothered to look back at its past. Or go, like, behind the scenes if you're not, like, totally into, like, the dev scene for it. But you've kind of heard of this thing and been like, oh, I wonder what the hype was. It's a really cool way to experience this. It's so short. It is really so short, but it's so cool as well. Again, we're back in, and it's just letting us free roam now. There's a lot of potential in here to just, like, fix up the combat encounters to make them a little bit better. And just, like, really, really kind of make it feel more lived in and realistic. But I can see why, again, this was more of a tech demo. It was really rushed. Like, when you watch the behind the scenes, it's incredibly rushed. But it's still a nice piece of history. I'm glad that I actually finally got to play it after so long. It's, no joke, this is really fantastic. I'm going to have fun poking around in the files for this eventually at some point. Yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed. It's been really fun. If you want to check this out, you can yourself. Just look at the workshop on Steam. Under the dig site stuff, you get to look at it there. And yeah, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed your company, and I shall see you on the next one. So until then, bye!